The girls are now embracing being a cutie patootie. Tell me you guys' thoughts down below.
Okay, so this cutie patootie conversation is, I just love it, okay? Because I have for years tried to explain this cutie patootie cute concept to my family members, and to the point that it's become a running joke in the household. Most common compliment that I get is cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. You're so cute. And I won't say that I won't say that it's growing on me, but I will say I'm learning to accept it because I can't escape it. It doesn't matter what I put on, no matter how much makeup I put on. Um, it's giving cute. It's not giving sexy. It's giving cute. And I think I used to internally be offended because I felt like cute is for puppies. Cute is for babies and small children. Like, and I kid you not, it doesn't matter where I go. People stop me and the compliment that comes out of their mouth is, you're so cute. Like, you're just so cute. And I don't care if it's a man. I don't care if it's a older woman. I remember being in college. I was a senior in college and I had on, y'all, my auntie bought me a suit. I went to the job fair and I'm dressed. I got my heels on and this lady kind of waves me down. She's one of the vendors. Waves me down to come stop at her table. So here I am thinking like, oh, like maybe like, job, or, maybe I look really professional. And she proceeds to say, I just had to tell you, you were just so adorable. You were so cute. Like, I just want to squeeze your cheeks. I'm in a suit. I am learning the older that I get. I am 27, going on 28, that cute is my adjective. I'm cute. I'm accepting it. But I love seeing people who can relate because I've tried to explain in my family, like, anytime I go somewhere and I'll text my mom, like, Mom, this lady just called me cute. She's like, oh, how dare she? How dare she call you cute? Like, damn her. Like, shout out to all the cutie patooties.
And I'm going to tell you this. Being a cutie patootie is a really good thing. It's a good thing. Don't fall for the propaganda that you have to be this seductress, overly sensual, sexy goddess, sex is just oozing off of your skin type of woman. That's not for everybody. Every woman isn't meant to present her femininity that way. There's nothing wrong with being cute, babe. It's not an insult that someone called you cute. What am I, dog? What am I, puppy? And I used to think like that. Girl, I am cute. Okay? I still have this softness and this sweetness about me, this innocence about me. It's in my face. And I can't help that. That is just the energy that I carry. And I've learned to just embrace that about myself. I don't have to be super sexy. Don't get me wrong. I'm sexy. But I'm a cutie patootie. And you just want to pinch my cheeks. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make me docile, it doesn't make me stupid, and it doesn't make me childish or immature. It's just, I'm fucking cute. If you're a cutie patootie, just be one. You do not have to be a sex symbol or this object of sex and sexuality. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. I want to be more like Lilith, and I want to be more like this, and I want to be more... Girl, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that, boo. Just be you. Just be the cutie patootie that you are. Okay?
I saw a couple of videos this week about cutie patooties and how not every woman can be a baddie. There's room for cutie patooties. And honestly, I never felt more seen in my life. The day a cutie patootie realizes that she's in fact a cutie patootie and not necessarily a baddie, she actually is a baddie when she leans into her cutie patootiness. Do you understand that? If you're a natural born cutie patootie that's trying to be a baddie, like trying to be like sexy and this and that, and it's not my flirting style as a cutie patootie is so cutie patootie, it gets the niggas showing their booties. You feel me? Like, I just be like, I do like a lot of that. Or I'll be like, what? What do you mean? No, I didn't mean it like that. Like, instead of being like, trying to give a siren look, like, be like, some girls are born to be like some girls are born oozing sex appeal. Some girls fresh out the womb like this. Like, you feel me? It's just natural for them. Like Rihanna, Angelina Jolie, like natural sexiness. Some of us are just born like, help me, I want to eat. It's sexy when you lean into your cutie because that is natural for you, Chloe Bailey. No, I'm playing. Why did I do that? Every girl is sexy as long as they realize if they're a baddie or if they're a cutie patootie. Period.
There's a conversation going on, and I'm loving that some of the girls are just accepting that they're cutie patooties. I love that for you. I just want to make sure, specifically for the younger girls that's watching, I want to let you know it's not a hierarchy. I don't know where I fall in this, by the way. That's not an opening. I'm figuring shit out, right? But it's not a hierarchy. It's not if you're a baddie, if you're not a baddie, you're less than. It's more of a scale. There's cutie patooties, there's baddies, there's alt girlies, there might be an alt baddie. You know, there's a nerdy girl. She might be a nerdy cutie patootie. It's a scale, not a hierarchy. I just want to highlight that. I haven't heard anybody say that. Hope that helps.
You know, I used to be very discouraged about the fact that I am cute. And you may be like, what? No, hear me out. I used to not want to just be a cutie patootie. Like, I used to be so mad when people younger than me would come up to me in my customer service job and be like, you're so adorable. As if I was a toddler. Mind you, my voice, when I'm nervous, it gets a little bit higher, right? And I remember I used to volunteer at this assisted living facility, and one day the lady who called bingo, because I was like over bingo, or helping out with bingo rather, the lady who was over it, something happened with her mom in the hospital and she had to leave, unfortunately. And so me being the project coordinator for all the volunteers that day in college, she was like, girl, get up there, it's your show, boo, go up there, call out bingo. When I tell you, those elderly people annihilated me. It was so embarrassing because I was so nervous and I didn't have the confidence that I have now. I was like 19 years old, right? And I was trying to call out bingo, and the lady hollered that I sounded like a toddler and that she couldn't hear me. And ever since then, I would never, ever, ever call out bingo again. But my point is, that I've always been compared to like having, I guess, youthful kind of like baby, like, I don't know, adorable features, or being called adorable when I'm like a grown woman, like girl is pushing 30 in a couple years, you know what I mean? So sometimes it's just disheartening. But then Saturday, when I got ready, I was like, you know what? You're not gonna let people put you in a box. If you want to give baddie energy, if you want to be that girl today, you can be that girl today. So I snatched up my makeup a little bit extra, didn't put as much blush on my nose, and based on y'all's comments, I'm not a one-dimensional girly. Yeah, sure, most days I am the human embodiment of a little Teddy Graham, but sometimes I can be more than that. And you know what? Don't limit yourself, and don't let other people limit you. You can be a cutie patootie, but you can also be anything else.
I'm seeing a lot of baddie versus cutie patootie rhetoric, and let me just say this. Being a baddie has always been about a mindset, never a physicality. If you know you're a boss and you command a room when you enter it, I don't care what you look like. You'll always be a baddie.
You know, I had a feeling when y'all started the cutie patootie conversation that the men were going to come in and ruin it. And they have, because now I'm already seeing cuties versus baddies Why does it have to be a versus? Why do we have to be compared? Why can't we all just look good? Because that's the reality of it. Nobody gives a fuck who would y'all rather wife. Nobody gives a fuck who y'all would rather just date for fun. It literally had nothing to do with y'all, and I ruined everything.
Let's get into the tea. Accepting the fact that I'm a cutie patootie and not a baddie. I think this is super important. When it comes to your beauty, black girl beauty, this is super important to talk about. Finding what works for you is your best bet. You know, the baddie aesthetic is really what she's talking about. Every girl does not need a middle part, burgundy bust down, poster girl dress, you know? Like, you have to find the beauty in the looks that work for you. And if Cutie works for you, you gotta play into that, the girly aesthetic, the girly look. Girl, get the cute little pink nails. Like, embrace the curls, you know, embrace a more natural glow instead of a full beat face every day. Trying to fit yourself into a box to look like everybody else or to fit somebody else's aesthetic literally can work against you. Also, you're looking at what makes you feel comfortable. You know, you don't want to be walking in an aesthetic that is uncomfortable because you will look like you lack confidence. Plus, everybody is so generic nowadays, girl. Be you, for real. Don't be afraid to stand out. Stand apart. Because, baby, sometimes those girls get chose first.
I heard y'all were looking for cutie patooties. Well, here's another one. Here's another one. Here is a cutie that owns her patootie. Yeah, soak it in, soak it in. Soak it in.
You're not sexy. You're not an Instagram baddie. And you damn sure aren't doing yourself any favors when you try to cosplay as someone who's naturally seductress or sexy. When you do that whole, yeah, you're cute. You're cute. And when you start to own the fact that you are a cute person, that's when you're going to find your sex appeal. I struggled for years not understanding cute privilege and wanting so bad to be like naturally sexy like Frankie. I'll insert a picture. All right, like Frankie. That's not me. I trip over my words. I'm goofy. I like to wear bows in my hair. I wear oversized glasses and get geeked out over Cheez-Its. But that's the sex appeal. The sex appeal is in the innocence, in the carefreeness, in my ability to be goofy and approachable and lovable. That is the appeal. We'll use the Cheez-Its to hide the you know. And that's how I leverage cute privilege. I don't shy away from the fact that I'm chubby and have chubby cheeks, and that adds to my cuteness. I don't shy away from the fact that my style is a little more quirky and leans more towards the Miss Honey kindergarten teacher kind of vibe. I own it. And that's why people are attracted to me. That's why guys are attracted to me. I own my cuteness. And when you start to own your cuteness and stop trying to run from it, you'll be able to tap into your cute privilege. It's wonderful over here. You're not sexy. You're not an Instagram baddie. And you damn sure aren't.
Oh my gosh, I've been saying this for years. You see this? I'm weird. But in my weirdness, I am not sexy. That's not sexy. I'm just cute. I've literally been saying, I'm the most awkward person alive. But people don't like me because I'm like, oh, you're serving. It's like I can, but it's like, oh, she's cute. You know? She's cute. That's how I feel. And I'm just grateful that I found a man who loves me in my awkwardness. Because I am an odd duck. Okay. Quack, quack.
Bro, I've been seeing a few videos on my For You page about like accepting the fact that you're the cutie patootie and never gonna be the baddie, and I had to go through this, okay, because I wanted to be a baddie for like my entire life, but I'm just like, if I show you my baby picture, I literally look like I just popped out the womb yesterday. And I understand and have experienced times where I try to be the baddie or the siren or whatever, and it just does not work. And I've seen it on other people where it's like they're trying to be the siren, but they look like a child, so it's kind of like jarring, almost like a bad kind of juxtaposition. And it's also like, is this only okay for like certain cutie patooties? Because I think Lisa from Blackpink is like premium cutie patootie, but then it's like she just turns it on. Like if you go on her TikTok or if you go on her Instagram, she's just literally like the cutest thing ever, and then she just turns on this like siren energy and it works, and you're like, oh my god, she's so alluring. Like, what's the secret, you know? Like, what's the secret?